everyone, this is Kara Greger, your friendly park ranger here at Big Stone Lake State Park. We're currently here at our Meadowbrook unit, and today I'm going to talk to you about Bluebird nest boxes. So I'm going to teach you a few things about them. I'm going to teach you who nests in them, who we don't want nesting in them, and a little bit about if you do make a Peterson Bluebird nest box, how to hang it, and how to take care of it. We have a lot of Peterson Bluebird nest boxes out here at Big Stone Lake State Park. A local Big Stone County 4-H group, the Clever Clovers, actually did a project where the Shooting Sports Club hosted an event where they made a whole bunch of Bluebird boxes, and then some of the Clever Clovers 4-H team came out and put them up. So we will also go and see some of these nest boxes so that you can see what the kids did. So first of all, let's get started on who is nesting in these boxes and how to tell the difference between their nests when you're monitoring your nest box. So we're gonna take a look at a fun poster that the shooting sports team of Big Stone County made a few years ago, and this really can show you how to tell the difference between what birds are nesting in your Bluebird box, and then also which birds we should prevent from nesting in your boxes. So come look at this poster with me. Okay, here we are, everyone. Here's this nice poster that the shooting sports team in Big Stone County made a few years ago. It's about the Peterson Bluebird nest box, which is the one that the Clever Clovers 4-H Club put up around the state park. And we're just gonna go a little closer and talk about that nice Bluebird box that we made. So here's some information talking about the Peterson Bluebird house, designed by Dick Peterson of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, is a relatively new design that has become more popular. The house plan has consistently tested out as having the best bluebird occupation rate as well as the best survival rate of fledglings. Fledglings are little birds that it's before they leave the nest. To protect the birds from both sun and rain, the house should face the southeast. So learn your cardinal directions. Find out southeast when you put this box up. Mount at a height so that the opening is about 5 feet above the ground, facing southeast with a clear flyway in front of it. That means no like trees or anything in the way, so it's easy for the birds to fly out and so predators can't hide and snatch those babies when they pop out of that box. So here are the most common species that nest in Peterson Bluebird nest boxes and something about their nest identification. So of course we have the Eastern Bluebird. That's the one you want in there. They're blue. Let me go over and find your picture. Oh, look at how pretty they are. That's the female. She's a little lighter in blue. And there's that bright, beautiful blue male there with a red russet belly. So their nest is a neat cup-shaped woven nest of 100% fine grasses or pine needles. Don't have a lot of pine needles around here in Minnesota. So here's actually an example of nests that we've taken at the end of the season, like in October, November. We usually clean out our nest boxes. So then I've saved some of the nests just to show as examples. See how it's this woven grass? This is a really nice one. It's still got the cup shape there, and it's got some egg fragments, those blue eggs. Really nice examples of Eastern Bluebird nests. Okay, let's see what our next bird that can be in there is. The tree swallow. Okay, we've got tons of them. They're the most common bird that we see nesting in the nest boxes. They are native, so it's fine for them to nest there, and they're protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. So let those guys stay in there. Something good to do if you do have a lot of tree swallows is to put 2 nest boxes close, because tree swallows are territorial. So that means they'll protect their box and won't let another tree swallow nest right next to them, but they will let an Eastern Bluebird. Okay, so their nest is of grass or pine needles, usually lined with feathers. And hopefully we're gonna go look in a nest box here in a little bit and we'll find one of their nests. The other common bird that we see here is a house wren. They have a messy nest of coarse twigs and cottony spider cocoons. And let me show you some of their nests that we've taken out here at Big Stone Lake State Park. Here you go. See the twigs? There's the twigs. Little tiny twigs. Let's see, kind of see the bowl. These have kind of gotten a little messy. There's some egg fragments in that one as well. A little coarser, not as neat as that bluebird. And another bird that is native that will nest in the box is a black-capped chickadee. Downy nest with moss base, topped with fur and soft plant fibers. We don't see those as much nesting in our nest boxes around here, but they're definitely a possibility. Here's some examples of the different eggs. Eastern bluebird, it's a nice blue. Robins, I don't see them nesting in our boxes. It's a larger egg, it's a much larger bird. House wren, there's that house wren that we had talked about, their twig nest. They've got kind of a tan with speckles. House sparrow, which we'll talk more about house sparrows. They're a non-native bird that we don't want nesting in our boxes. And I'm going to share some information about them in a little bit. But see, that's more of a white with speckles. Tree swallows, it's a kind of a pinkish color to them. White-breasted nuthatches, less speckles, but more of that white coloring. So there's our beautiful bluebirds. We hope to encourage them, and we do have them here at Big Stone Lake State Park. See them quite a bit. Here, let me show you a house wren. There's our little house wren. They're noisy little buggers. They're chit, 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 chit. They really chit at you when you're around them. It's a small, brown native bird with a beautiful song. Some people say beautiful. The house wren can be a problem for bluebirds as it fills several desirable nesting sites with twigs, but only uses one nest. And we find that here a lot. And especially if you put your nest box too close to trees, it seems like they really like nest boxes that are closer to trees. Tufted titmice. We don't see them a lot here at the park, but they are a cavity nester bird in Minnesota. Oh, and here's that black-capped chickadee. Oh, they're so pretty. Chickadee-dee-dee, chickadee-dee-dee. Or some people say they sound like cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Chickadees, like the titmice, are very desirable nest box tenants. Never interfere with the chickadee nesting. Here's our tree swallow. That's the female. She's more brown. The male is a very bright iridescent blue. The tree swallow is a beautiful bird welcomed by many nest box owners. If you have a tree swallow and bluebirds, you are doubly blessed. And there's a couple other wrens too that they talk about on this poster. Here's some characteristics of this Peterson bluebird box that we have here. The steep roof. It's got a nice steep roof, and we'll go look at a box in a little bit and I'll show you that. It's made of cedar. Cedar is the best wood to use for nest boxes. The opening between the door and roof and the holes in the side walls allows ventilation. Narrow width of house is preferred by bluebirds, and small floor size may expedite new nest completion. A larger oval opening mimics a natural woodpecker opening, is attractive to bluebirds. Here's the plans for making that Peterson nest box, and we'll have that as a handout for you if you do decide to make your own nest box. When you are putting up a nest box, here's some things to think about. By March 15th, locate boxes in open grassy areas with scattered trees for perches. Cemeteries, pastures, golf courses, and large yards are ideal. Keep boxes 100 yards from buildings to prevent house sparrow problems, and 40 yards from bushy areas to prevent house wren competition. Remember, I was talking about how the closer those boxes are to bushes and trees, the house wrens really like them. Check your boxes weekly. It's vital to control house sparrows. Watch for problems such as predators or parasites that you can control. Keep records. It helps in future years, and it's nice to see progress. Mount boxes on greased metal pipes or PVC tubing. Mounting to fence posts, utility poles, or trees is an invitation to predators. Face boxes in a southeasterly direction. Do we keep talking about that? Yeah, I think so. Away from prevailing winds and rain. Refer often to books on trail management and bluebird biology. You can find a lot of stuff online, and I know you're all really savvy with that online stuff, so be sure to look online and learn more about your nest boxes. Okay, remember I said I was going to talk to you more about house sparrows? Okay, house sparrows are like the coyote and the Roadrunner and Coyote shows, or I'm trying to think of like the bad guys in some of the Joker and Batman, you know? So like the house sparrow is the Joker compared to the bluebird, which is Batman, you know. So these house sparrows look like this. That's the male, and there's the female. And their nests will be, they kind of will have like chicken, like at my house, they put chicken feathers in there. They just kind of find whatever they can. And there's their eggs. So the house sparrow is the most abundant songbird in North America, which is sad considering they aren't native. House sparrows were brought to the United States to help rid New York of pest problems. These birds take over human-made bird houses of any nook or cranny they can find. The male sparrows have a strong bond with their nests, stronger than the bond the females have. The male is also the primary builder of the nest. The nests are small but tall. They're cupped and can sometimes cover the sides of the box. They're made from random things found in the environment. For example, if you found one on a farm, you could find straw, chicken feathers, like I said, twine. I've seen that as well. So if you find their nest in your nest box, take it out. If you find those eggs, take them out too. I know you think, oh no, I can't, you know, hurt them, but they're non-native. They hurt our birds. They'll actually like peck at the skulls of our bluebirds and the birds we want. Another bird we don't want in there, the starling. The European starling is a formidable competitor to bluebirds in the wild. However, man-made nest box with a 1.5-inch opening will not admit a starling. So they're another bad bird you don't want in your nest box as well. So if you see them coming out and they have a nest in your nest box, take that nest out as well. That'll deter them. Cowbirds are another predator. They're parasitic nester. Parasitic nester? What the heck is that? That means it doesn't build its own nest, but it lays its eggs in the nest of other species, then leaves the incubation. So incubation, the warming of the eggs, you know how birds sit on their nest? That's incubation. Feeding and care of young to a host bird. So they come and they're like the ultimate bad parent. They come and lay their egg in someone else's nest and then they leave and they let that other bird take care of them. So they're bad too for our bluebirds. Okay, that's some of the information that I am talking about. We're gonna come back and look at some nest boxes. So there's 14, it's right off of this trail here. So we're gonna have to walk through tall grass. Be sure ticks are out. So when you are done with monitoring your nest boxes at the end of the day, be sure to do a tick check. Take a shower, rub through your hair, maybe have your mom or dad check your hair and make sure that you're all good. So here's the nest box. And I'm just gonna go to the side of it, this nice Peterson Bluebird box. Knock. I'm gonna take this out, go to the front, and look inside. That'll be good. Look at those beautiful blue eggs. Those are bluebird eggs. This is a bluebird nest for sure. I'm gonna close it up. And very cool. We'll have to see what happens with these. I'm gonna approach nest box number 4. And you can see there's a tree swallow sitting on top. Maybe you can't see it very well. We'll get closer and you'll see the tree swallow sitting on top of the nest. And so you guys see it, it's still sitting there. You can kind of see the iridescent blue. I know I can see it real good. Maybe you can't as well. See that bird sitting really tight? They don't want us to come there, but there he goes. And so let's go approach number 4 and see, look at this. That was definitely a tree swallow, so tree swallow's nesting here. I'm gonna knock in case there's another bird. I'm gonna pull out this nail, go look in the front. I'm gonna very carefully open up the front. And, oh, wow, there's no eggs and no feathers. Usually they have feathers. Maybe they're just starting. 8. Right there it is. I know I come to work every morning and I stop here because we've got a counter to count how many cars come here. I know there's been tree swallows hanging out here. I'll usually see it poking its head out this front door. I don't see anybody today. Not yet. Let's go to the side. Ooh, I've got someone flying around though. I wonder if he'll come back or not. So we're gonna knock on the door, side of the door. Pull that nail out and very carefully open up. We'll see what's in here. Sometimes I found mice in here. Ooh, oh my goodness, look at that. See the babies? This is definitely a tree swallow. We've got babies in there. We've got, holy, it's hard for me to count when I got the phone in the way. See, look at them. I see 1, 2, 3 mouths for sure. Oh boy, very cool. So that's a tree swallow nest, and those are baby tree swallows. They're native, they're cool, leave them be. Oh my goodness, great. They don't have feathers. Some of them have a few feathers, but not a lot of feathers yet. Awesome. Okay, shh, be quiet. Let the baby sleep. Very cool find. So everyone, I just want to thank you for joining me today to learn more about the Peterson Bluebird nest boxes that are here because of the Big Stone County Shooting Sports Club, who organized the building day for those Peterson Bluebird boxes, and then Clever Clover's 4-H Club for putting the boxes up. We really enjoy having them here, and it gives lots of opportunities for our tree swallows and our bluebirds to nest. And today was really cool because we saw a bluebird nest with 5 eggs, and then we saw probably 4 or 5 baby tree swallows in one of the nests. So it's very successful, very fun. You can go online, learn more about Bluebird Recovery Program in Minnesota. Go learn more and build your own box and put it up in your yard. So have a great day, get outside. State parks are open. Go camping, a lot of campsites are open, we're open. Go explore and learn more about the environment around you. Take care, everyone.